Hi folks, Dave with dbstechtalk. Today we're going to talk about two modded Fostex T50rps. We're going to do a comparison between the Mayflower and the Fuzzorgeddon. So the Fuzzorgeddon was sent in by Farsil the Wizard, and he had taken a stock T50 and had used his own materials wherever he found them from. Or maybe, he did his wizardry, poof, there they are, who knows. Anyways, he did his modification, and he sent it to me and said, hey, let me know what you think, and tweak it however you feel, and let me know. He goes, the only caveat that he put on it was not to do anything to the internals. Okay, fine. I had enough of the experience doing the Mayflower mod. So I did the Mayflower mod myself. I ordered the kit online and a couple different sets of pads and did all the work myself. Pretty awesome. So how do these two mods that are single-ended sound compared to each other? Links down below to the reviews of both, and I must say the Fostex T50rp Mark III is a fun headphone to mod because you can make it have any type of sound that you want, and these two are examples of that because they sound totally different than each other. If it wasn't for them looking almost identical, you would think that they were two different types of headphones. So let's get the Mayflower first. More comfort because it has the ZMF pilot pad on and these amazingly soft and supple and big Mr. Speaker's alpha pads. Comfort, in my opinion, hands down the winner on the Mayflower because the Fuzzorgeddon still has the Fostex headband and just different pads, and the clamp force is more snug on these. But the pad choice, which is the Dakoni Blue Hybrid pad, definitely helps with comfort on these compared to the stock pads or even the Brainwaves XLs, which I didn't find to be comfortable on these. But comfort is way better on Mayflower. Sound-wise. Actually, one quick thing. How do they look? Well, they look like T50s. I mean, there's no denying that. You got the orange cables and the silver rods and, all that. I mean, it's a T50. You can clearly tell that. But you got the felt on the outside of the Fuzzorgeddon and just the stock on the outside. And I asked my wife to listen to a couple songs and tell me her opinion. And first thing she asked was, why is there felt on the outside? So I had to explain it's so that if you use Brainwaves XLs, it'll hold the pad in place. And she just found it to be funky looking and kind of not as pretty looking as a Mayflower. So comfort and looks go to the Mayflower, in my opinion, and in my wife's opinion. But she didn't find the comfort to be bad on the Farsil the Wizard Fuzzorgeddon. She just found it to look weird and didn't like the felt on the outside. To each their own. I actually think it kind of adds to the difference because it's unique and it makes the mod look like somebody tried something different. A lot of times T50rp mods can all look the same. And so this one kind of goes against the flow a little bit and says, hey, I want to be different. Now, it would be cool. First, this is an idea. I didn't think of this when I did the review of this. We need to put some orange coloring on this felt to match this. I'm not exactly sure what we can come up with, but let's talk about that. See if we can get a little more coloring on this, make it stand out a little bit. Maybe something orange for a headband. Well, there you go. Anyways, all right, off topic. So, to begin, I'm biased, I guess. Mayflower, better comfort, better looks. Not saying that the Fuzzorgeddon is bad. I just like my creation. How do they sound? Okay. So I said that they were completely different, which they are. And I guess with these two, you have one is fun and one is more business casual. So you have days at your office where it's all business. Everything is, you have to get your work done. You have to wear, maybe you work in an office, like a corporate office, and you have to wear a suit and tie. Or you have to wear at least a polo shirt or a dress down shirt. And you have to look professional. And then they'll say Friday is business casual or casual day. And that's where these fit, is the business casual. Because it can be used for critical listening and analytical listening, but also can be used for fun and enjoyable. And that's where the Mayflower kind of fits. And in my opinion, the Fuzzorgeddon doesn't fit that role. It's more of, okay, hey, we're going to have a fun night on the town out of the office, but everybody in the office is invited. And that's where these fit in. It's all party. It's, let's rock out. Let's have fun. And a little more business. Forget about work. Let's just have enjoyment. The bass. On the Mayflower, the bass has a little bit of thump and kick, has good sub bass and mid bass hump, but it's not overpowering, and it's more even with the rest of the mix. When it needs to show off a little bit, it's able to, but for the most part, it's just how the recording is intending for the bass to be, with a little bit extra enjoyment. The Fuzzorgeddon, on the other hand, is I'm bass and I'm prominent and I want you to enjoy me, and we're here. The sub bass is very good, and the mid bass and upper bass are very nice, and it does bleed into the mids, but it has this full bodiness, this just enjoyment, this and it grabs you and lets you know I'm here. The mids are pretty equal, except for the Fuzzorgeddon has a more warmer tint to it. The Mayflower is more natural sounding and has a more true to the recording sound, a little bit on the brighter side. And compared to the Fuzzorgeddon, it sounds a little thinner. The Fuzzorgeddon, on the other hand, though, is slightly more recessed than the Mayflower mod. The mids on the Mayflower are more even all the way across the board with the bass and the treble, whereas on the Fuzzorgeddon, the mids do step back just a little bit. On the treble is still prominent on the Mayflower. It has a little bit more brighter sound signature to it. The details are very clear, has a little airiness to it, crispness to it, but it never crosses over into the aggressive or the sibilant sharp side. It is a little more laid back and controlled than stock version. Whereas the Fuzzorgeddon has a more truly laid back, darker sound in the treble, and it does sound a little rolled off at the top end. And you You can chill with these. The treble is there. You get the details and you get the clarity, but it's a darker sound. Soundstage wise, the Mayflower has the better soundstage. It sounds wider. It's more on the. It has more air and separation in it, and it sounds more precise. The Fuzzorgeddon is more intimate and close, but you still get a soundstage. You have more layering versus depth, or sorry, you have more. You don't have as much width, but you have more layering. It sounds like. Overall, I enjoy both. I mean, they're just two totally unique, and they're fun. I enjoy both, and I think Farsil the Wizard, when he does his comparisons, will really enjoy these two also. Look forward to hearing his take on it in the future. How do they play with gear? You need a lot of amp for these. Something along the lines of like an LCX or a THX 788 or 789 will really play well. You're going to want a good DAC also, and I find it just plays really well with a little extra power added in. Doesn't really play off of a phone. You just don't get that dynamics and the oomph that you're looking for out of them. It's been a fun comparison. I've really enjoyed the time. It was fun to tweak both of them. And I got cat hair. Man. Mayflower mod, Fuzzorgeddon. Enjoy both. Recommend both. This has been Dave with DBS Tech Talk. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you on the next video. Speaking of next videos, somewhere on this screen is a subscription link. Please feel free to click that if you haven't already. Don't forget to hit the notification bell so you'll know of the next uploaded video. And if you truly enjoy this channel and want to see more videos like this, or you want to support it in some way, check out the links down below. Thanks.